Stadium across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville. Straight ahead, a good one for this afternoon. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Tennessee Titans. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Off we go from Nashville. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike. What really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
At the 32-yard line, a 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Atwell sent in motion here. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
A loss of 2.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Now he'll air one out, and that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7. Off play action, he'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught, and he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
First down.
That pass play, good for 22. That's good for a Titan first down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth where the receiver's saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
At the Rams,
tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical. It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
In motion, Okonkwo. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Brian Callahan will send out the field goal unit here. This, about as short as you can get. Folks' kick is good. And the Titans are out to an early 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Rams offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic 1st down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On play action. He'll set up to throw. Middle and caught by Smith. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
First down.
How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good games, 19 for this one.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
Second and 8.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down.
Automatic first down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They'll look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 11.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Rams move out to a 7-3 lead.
Rams 7, Titans 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Titans offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
First down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll look to throw. That is to Riley, open on the left. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
2nd and 11.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
And 10.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
And all of these downs, they're all tied together. Decisions made on 1st and 2nd down are what led to that result on 3rd. They were forced into an obvious passing situation on 3rd and long, and this pass rush is able to just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field. The Rams offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin here on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Catch made there, that's Smith. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll swing this out to Johnson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Rams' 36.
We are through 1. The Rams out to the early lead. And we're back in Music City after this. Titans football here to start quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd down and 6 to begin. On the handoff, it's Johnson. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
On comes the punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. Training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 9. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. This one complete to Atwell. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Now this time, he'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Second and 4.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Room to run past midfield. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20.
It's a pickup of
That is a big play for LA. Pickup of 46 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
I love taking a shot downfield, especially after that previous play results in such a long run. I mean, the ability to create an explosive offense both on the ground and through the air. That's what every single team strives for in the NFL, and I like the way this possession's working out.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
The extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through, and the Rams extend their advantage to 14-3.
14, Titans 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get back at it. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. They bring the tight end in motion. They'll run it with Williams. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Loves to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
It's out wide to Williams. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Williams.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Third down and 9. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Rams offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From the 23, here's second and 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
And the Rams.
That is a big play for LA. Pickup of 46 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 7. He'll drop to throw. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. It's an incompletion.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Man in motion is Smith. It's complete. He's got Cox. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Up the middle they go. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down.
Number 29. That's a gain of 8. Makes it third and 3.
Throwing now from the gun. This one caught at the floor. And he's in. Touchdown, Rams. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
An extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and the Rams move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Titans 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
First and 10.
Give them 14 on that play. One first down. They run over center with Williams. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
The slot man in motion right. There's Okonkwo open left side. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First down.
Great run after the catch in the open field, a pickup of 24.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one, and they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And they'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll look to throw yet again. His throw left side is complete. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. First and goal coming up. Williams will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
The PAT, up and good. And the Titans get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to get back to work. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. To throw here to begin the drive. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
So they're not going to come down with the reception, but Mike, this is actually a really good ball. So with the coverage being as tight as it was, the only place that...
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials indicating, let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look. And indeed, this call will be overturned. So, first and 10 here now at the 38. To the middle, it's cut. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 21
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Complete to number 80. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Second and 7. Now, faking the give. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throw, it was clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
Here's third and 7. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Atwell sent in motion here. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers. Everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
2nd down and 3. Back to the air one more time. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, L.A. That's his 2nd touchdown so far in the 1st half.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Point after, coming up here. The kick is good. And the Rams add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Seven seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The 1st half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Titans offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He'll step up and run this. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 11 yards on the connection there. First down for Tennessee.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Well, here down the field will fall incomplete.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
2nd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
Back to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
It came up a little bit short there on third down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in four-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Rams offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. In the backfield, he'll get the carry here. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
The Titans offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 14 on that one. That's good for a Titan first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
It's second and 8 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's second down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Open man, right side. He's got it. A gain there of 11. First down for Tennessee.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
They'll look to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for number 85.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Back to the air once more on second down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
Now 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Titans will cut into that lead.
16.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Rams offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got room past the 35. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
To number 81. An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Rams punting unit coming out. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Titans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. A give, and here comes Williams. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 25, here's second down and 4. They'll go again here with Williams. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. It's another run here for Williams. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Now this time they'll look to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
First down.
And they decide to bring pressure here on 3rd down, but he does a really nice job, remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
At the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Waste of time.
He'll drop to throw. That is to Wiley, open on the left. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third down and 3rd. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
25-yard line.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On the give, it's Williams. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Tight end, the motion man to the right. That's out wide to Williams. And he couldn't get free along the sideline. He's out of bounds, no gain, and it sets up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The field goal unit is out for the Titans. This one from 30 yards out. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Titans are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
At the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
8. From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will pick up a first down up to the 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
A pickup there of 19 yards. First down, L.A.
A gain of 19
And this running
yards.
game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Taken down behind the line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Penalty flag is down. Could they have called the push-off there? Punt team headed out for the Rams, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds.
At their own 15-yard
The Titans offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Now, faking the give. Now, a deep ball here for Ridley. And that is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
In motion, Okonkwo. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's good for a Titan first down.
At the 25-yard line.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And 8
Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
That ball is caught on the sideline, and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down.
That's good for
A gain there of 27 yards.
1st and 10.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that 2nd foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. The motion man is Boyd. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Gray is the motion man here. They'll try to run for it with Williams. And he will have a Titans first down. At least it appears that way. Got it by maybe the length of a football.
So, Mike, it's actually funny to say, but these are actually the kind of offensive possessions that defenses want you to have, right? So the idea on defense is make them snap it again, make them go the long way. So at some point, when they continue to get fresh sets of downs, expect them to try to get a big play, try to generate a chunk, and try to move the ball down the field at a quicker pace. And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
On the ground, this is Williams. We'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective, both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
On the handoff, it's Johnson. And good red zone running here, taking it inside the 10-yard line. Pickup of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now from the gun. This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now they're away with 6.
And he will score! Game on! Touchdown, Tennessee. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Folk now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Titans will cut it to a 2-point lead.
Titans 26.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Travel start on the ground, and a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
30-yard line.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll stick with him again. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. They'll try to sneak it here, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. That'll be their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Now this time he'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 11.
Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, this crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. There's Okonkwo open left side. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Back to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. Middle of the field, he's got a control. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a 1st down. Back to the air one more time. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
Gordon's pass, complete to number 80. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Rams' 28-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. He'll step up and run, and he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
That's another Titans.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it, but a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, as this one will come to an end. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.